Hi folks and welcome back to Humble Hits. Everybody's been getting hyped up for the new set that's just round the corner, Mega Evolutions, and I was lucky enough yesterday to be able to attend a pre-release event for it. Unfortunately the shop was really busy at the time and I wasn't able to take any footage or anything like that, but I did take part in a few battles with the new build and battle kit, managed to open a few packs, and I've also been able to keep a hold of my packs that I got from playing, a couple of packs of Evolution. I've also got my prize pack there. We'll open those at the end and see what we get. But I just want to go through the pre-release box, the build and battle box, show you what we got in there, talk a little bit about the event as well, and just let you guys know what it was like. So I'm just going to open this up first of all. You can see I've kind of got stuff sorted out from where I was playing and different sleeves and stuff like that. So first of all, that's kind of the deck that I was playing there. I'll go through that in just a sec. And these are some of the other cards that we got from the packs and stuff like that, which we'll go through and have a look at those in a second as well. So first of all, I'm just going to have a quick, go through the deck here. The deck that I ended up with was a fighting deck, so mostly ground Pokemon as well. So you've got like Nacli, Knucklestack and Garganacl were kind of the main evolution line that we were using there. So Nacli into Knucklestack and then into Garganacl, which has the powerful assault ability, which means that your fighting Pokemon actually do 30 more damage to your opponent's Pokemon. The Hammer-In ability is quite strong as well, 130 damage is quite a lot, especially for these pre-release events where people just don't really have EXs and stuff like that, and they don't have the new Megas, so that was a kind of strong combo. We had things like Fighting Gong, which helped me search for energy cards or for basic Pokemon if I didn't have any in my hand and I needed to fill out the bench. Obviously, we've got just normal energy. Also had the Solrock. Let's see if I can find the Lunatone as well. Yeah, so we had the Solrock and Lunatone combo there. So basically, Solrock's ability does 70 damage, but can only be used if you have Lunatone in play. And likewise, Lunatone has an ability that lets you discard fighting energy in order to draw more cards from your deck, which can be really handy when you're looking for certain things to win the match for you. So these are a really good combo, but the key is you need to get both of them out and into play. Otherwise, both of them are kind of useless, to be honest. So other than that, mainly just energies, things like redeemable ticket lets me, shuffle my prizes back into my deck if I've prized something that I really want. Ultra Ball to help me find Pokemon. Lana's Aid can be useful for bringing stuff back from your discard pile. Makuhita also had is it Hariyama? Yeah, the evolution of that, which is useful. It allows you to kind of, when you evolve the Pokemon, it allows you to switch in your bench as well. Kieran there allows you to switch out your active Pokemon with your bench Pokemon. Does more damage to EX Pokemon, but we didn't really see many of those in the pre-release decks. Brock Scouting lets me search for Pokemon, Evolution Pokemon, or Basics. Drayton helps me find Pokemon and Trainer cards. Fighting Gong we talked about already. Lively Stadium was useful for things like my Solrock and Lunatone, giving them a bit more HP so that they could be a bit tankier. Rare Candy for, speeding up the evolution process. And a Lacy there as well. The Lacy was interesting as well because the pre-release only uses 4 prize cards. You can see that with the Lacy you draw more cards if you've got 3 or fewer prize cards. So that meant that with pre-release, as soon as you got 1 prize card, the extra kind of feature of this card came into play straight away, and people could get 8 cards. So that was interesting as well. I seen actually a lot of play with this with also Lieutenant Surge's Bargain, which allows you to basically either both people take a prize card each, or the person that plays the card gets to draw 4 cards. So if someone goes for the bargain, that takes everyone down to 3 prize cards straight away. They can go straight into the Lacy and get that extra 4 cards that they would have got if they'd have turned down the bargain. So you're kind of getting the prize card and the 4 cards either way there. So that was really kind of a cool combo that I've seen some people using. But yeah, the main thing for me was to build up to my Garganacl, for attacking, and then using the Solrock and Lunatone for managing maybe basic Pokemons and getting the draw ability and stuff like that. So Yeah, it's a really interesting deck. There's a bit of synergy there. The only struggle that I really had is one of the strongest decks that were in the pre-release that some of the other people got was a grass deck, Meganium deck, and it was really, really strong because Meganium's got an ability that allows you to double up on your energy, so like each energy is worth 2, so they could pump out damage really fast. And then because I had the weakness from the kind of ground type, the fighting type, it was doubling up on the damage as well, so that was a really hard kind of matchup for me. The first match that I had was actually a mirror match, so I was against this exact same deck as what I was playing, except I think you had a little bit better luck in terms of the packs, stuff that you could add. The only stuff that I really got that would work in this deck from the packs, the booster packs, was stuff that was already in the deck, like the Nacli, like the Solrock and stuff like that. So yeah, I think he also had a Marshadow in there, which was kind of useful for stalling for him. Other than that, there was also a water-based deck based on Inteleon, which was quite strong as well. So unfortunately, I didn't actually manage to win a game the whole event. I went all 3 games were tied going into the last round, so one each going into the last round, and each time I managed to choke kind of on the last step. So against the Meganium deck, that was the last one that I played was the Meganium deck, and I think I played really well. I think I didn't misplay too much, but I just couldn't overcome the type disadvantage. And then, like I said, the mirror match, I misplayed a few times. I didn't get my Lunatone and my Solrocks out, so I wasn't getting that draw that I needed. Whereas the person I was playing, they'd managed to get it set up, and they were just drawn their whole deck out there so that they could get ahead of me. Then after that, I played a water-based deck against Inteleon, and again it went 1 each going into the last round, and just a bit of bad luck with the draw. Some of the basics that I wanted, like my Naclis and stuff like that, had ended up in my prize cards, and I didn't realise it till quite late in the game, and I didn't have the redeemable ticket to use to kind of bring them back out of the prizes. So yeah, I was just a bit unlucky with that, and sometimes I think that's the way it can be, not just with Pokemon but with any card game, is it's luck of the draw sometimes. If you don't get what you need, or if you prize what you need, you're going to struggle. So just going to have a look at as well now at what we packed from the boosters. As you can see straight from the top already, like I've got like the Makuhita, which was already part of the deck. Got a nice kind of switched Fighting Gong, again, we're already part of the deck. Stonejourner was maybe an option, but I just stuck with the kind of base deck that we got. Sandshrew, again, maybe if we had Sandslash or something like that, it could have been more useful, but it didn't make sense. Mantine, obviously not necessarily useful for the deck, but cool card. Call for Family's an interesting ability. Pachirisu, Grievard, got a nice cool Bulbasaur there. Can't go wrong with a Bulbasaur, really nice card. Shuckle, Risky Ruins, Houndstone, got a nice Meganium there as well. Reverse holo of it. And you can see there the ability that I was talking about. Each basic grass energy attached to all of your Pokemon provides double energy. The effects of wild growth doesn't stack, so you can't have 2 Meganiums, and that gives you 4 for each energy. Excuse me. And next up we've got Dialga there. Cool card as well. And the ability as well there, Chrono Burst, is interesting. Shuffle all energy attached to this Pokemon into the deck and have the attack do 80 more damage, so that can be useful trying to get a KO. And that we've got Energies, Tangela, Litleo, Clauncher, it's a nice art, I like that. Celebi, also kind of cool setup for the grass decks. Search the Traverse Time ability, search your deck for up to 3 in any combination of grass Pokemon and stadium cards, reveal them, put them into your hand, shuffle your deck. So that can be quite strong for getting set up with that Meganium deck. There's Forest of Vitality, again, kind of focused on grass Pokemon, allows grass Pokemon to evolve on their first turn that they've been played, which is really useful. There was a bit of, and I need to actually check this out myself, kind of maybe on the Pokemon website, there was a bit of kind of confusion there about whether you were allowed to evolve multiple times in the one turn using this. So could you go straight from, like Bulbasaur all the way up to Venus or Mega, for example? So there was a bit of kind of arguments about that at the time. So Yeah, maybe if you guys know more about that, put it in the comments. Let me know what you think about that. You know, is it overpowered if you're allowed to kind of do that? Seems crazy to be able to go straight to Mega. So after that, I've got a Magneton Reverse Holo. It's nice. I do like the new Reverse Holos as well. It's more flat. It doesn't have the type design on it, but it just makes them look like kind of more shiny and stuff like that. It's really well done. Following on with the Pyroar. An interesting ability as long as it's in the active spot. Attacks used by the opponent's active Pokemon do 30 less damage. Could be interesting. Alakazam. Ability on this is good as well. There were quite a few people actually using this as part of their deck yesterday. I think there was a Psychic deck as well as the fighting, water and grass decks. There was a Psychic deck, but I didn't actually get to play against it. But yeah, the Psychic draw, once during your turn, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve, you may use the ability to draw 3 cards. And the Powerful Hand's interesting as well. If you've got a lot of stuff in your hand, that could be really effective. So after that, we've just got Energy Switch, Shroodle, Heliolisk, Corphish, Ninetales. It's nice art for Ninetales. Illustrated by Satoma. Need to start looking at that a little bit more than the artisan, because some of them are really good. Be interesting to see, check out if I knew what artist done what style, I'd be able to kind of look at other ones that they've done and stuff like that. But yeah, that's a nice Ninetales. Spiritomb, again, that's a really cool art for Spiritomb. Probably one of the nicest ones I've seen for that Pokemon. Again, interesting. Attack there, discard the top card of your opponent's deck. I have to say, I haven't come across any kind of mill decks and stuff like that so far. But interesting if that's kind of something we can use there to our advantage. Alright, we've got Mega Signal. Search your deck for a Mega, basically. Useful if you've got them. Fearow. That's a nice art for it too. Nincada. Crawdon. Iron Defender. Reverse Holo Ice Cube. It's nice art as well. Akira Komoyama. The Reverse Holo Shedinja. Oh, that's interesting. If it's killed by if it's knocked out by an EX, your opponent doesn't actually take any prize cards. Damage beat's interesting as well. You could use that to finish certain Pokemon off and stuff like that in the battles. Then we've got a Kyogre as well. Again, just another sick artwork there. Yeah, the Riptide ability, also interesting as well. Discarding, getting a lot of blue energy, water energy discarded, and then using that could be interesting. And then obviously the fact that its main ability, Swirling Waves, does 130 and does discard 2 as well is really good. Feeds into that Riptide ability. Oh, I hate these. Try if you want, but you're probably going to be too late. I do use the codes. Yeah, we got a nice art rare Stuffle as well. It's a really cute artwork. Okacheki. Yeah, I was quite happy to get some form of rare. And then lastly, I've also got the Mega Camerupt. To the back there, I've just got an Acleon Assault Rock from when I was building the deck. But yeah, the Mega Camerupt's awesome as well. I really like the new EX designs. The way the kind of flames there, it's kind of two-toned and stuff. Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, and my first Mega Pokemon as well, so hopefully the first of many, like. That's really strong as well. If your opponent's active Pokemon is burned, the attack does 160 more damage, so that's what, 240 damage for 1 energy? That's really strong, especially considering his second ability, Volcanic Meteor. It's only 20 more damage, but it costs 4 energy and you have to discard 2. But if you can get that burn going with one of the other fire Pokemon, then get the Mega Camerupt to attack 240 for 1 energy is really, really strong. But yeah, fantastic. So that lets you kind of see what we got from the actual pre-release box. And you can see we've got effectively, more or less a complete deck. The only thing with the pre-release decks and the pre-release events is you're only playing with 40 cards as well, so it's not quite a full deck, but it's really a good start there. I think maybe if we can get our hands on maybe like a Mega Lucarios and stuff like that, and that might be a good addition to the deck to bring it up to the 60. You've got support from like Solrock and the Lunatone. The powerful Assault boosts the fighting damage as well. Things like the Fighting Gong and everything like that will work well with it. Plenty of fighting energy. Maybe include some of the other cards, like the one where I can find Mega Pokemon. Find that again. Mega Signal would be useful for that. But yeah, that would mean first of all getting my hands on an actual Mega Lucario card, or a couple of them probably, because I think you probably want at least 2 in the deck. Obviously with them giving 3 prize cards, it's not like you necessarily need the 4 of them, but certainly I think 1 or 2 just in case you prize one, for example. So yeah, brilliant. As I say, unfortunately I didn't actually win any of my matches. My mate that I took with us, it was his first time playing, he managed to go get a win, a draw and a loss, but I went three losses, each of them being 2-1, so I don't think I was that far away. Just a couple of things going a little bit differently for me, and I think I would have managed to walk away with at least 1 win, like I did with the Crustle deck. That actually worked out well, but it's kind of hard with these pre-release packs because you don't know what you're going to be getting. You don't know if you're going to be getting the fighting deck, the water deck, the grass deck, and even then it's not a deck that you've set up and built yourself that you know in and out exactly how you want to use it. You've kind of got to figure that out ad hoc and on the fly, so it's a lot of fun, and it's more interesting because you're coming across different things. When you go to the league events, you're getting Dragapults, Gardevoirs, you get Goldengo, you're getting the meta decks and stuff like that because people are wanting to try and win. But they can't do that with these pre-release events. They've got to work with what they've got, so you don't feel like people that have been playing for longer have a big advantage against you or anything like that, just from having more cards. So yeah, it was cool to be involved, and as I say, I think on another day I would have done a little bit better, but being effectively bottom of the pack, it meant that I only got two packs of Mega and a prize pack. I think the top winner managed to walk away with 6 packs of Mega along with a prize pack, so that was really lucky for them. With a few decent pulls as well across the group yesterday. We had one person pulled the Ivysaur art rare, which was really nice to look at, really cool card. And then one woman also managed to pull the Mega Gardevoir SIR twice, actually. She got 1 from the Build and Battle box, and then she got 1 from one of our booster packs that she won from playing as well. So that was really, really lucky for her to get the 2, both exact same SIRs. And the Gardevoir, I think, is going to be a really strong card for playing with as well. So wouldn't surprise me if there's a good bit of value behind that. And now she's got 1 to keep and 1 to sell as well. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what she does with it, if she goes and gets it graded or anything like that. And if there's one of the cards that maybe a little bit better than the other, does she keep that one, sell the other? Or do you just keep the 2 because it's a nice memory pulling the 2 on the same day. So last thing we're going to do in the video today, of course, is we're just going to get these packs ripped open and see what's inside. As I say, I was disappointed that I wasn't able to film opening the Build and Battle box for you guys, but at least I managed to keep a hold of these. Everybody else was opening their packs at the time, but I managed to resist because I wanted to have at least some of the new Mega Evolutions to show you guys. So, and also prize pack as well. I think it's interesting. I haven't opened one of those on the channel yet, so it's interesting to see. And I believe these are new ones as well, because obviously they've got the new set out. They've got new playable cards, so I believe that these prize packs include some of the new cards from Mega as well. So I think that's what we'll start with. We'll get the prize pack opened, see what's in there, and then we can have a look at the Megas, and hopefully if we're lucky we'll get something nice. So let's check it out. Let's start off with the prize pack. Get this opened up. Out of the way, energy at the front. Turn it over. Got fighting energy. And then we've got an Ends Castle. Useful for stuff like Ends Zoroark and stuff like that. I managed to pick up the SIR of that last time I was playing. Got it from the pack that I want. Oh, a hole, that's nice. Nice art as well. I like that. No, I think I might be a weirdo as well, because now we have kind of always preferred Ho to Lugia. I know Lugia is way more popular with most people, but like, Ho is really cool as well, man. It's like really pretty, the different colours and stuff. I don't know if it was just because I had gold before I had Pokemon Silver, so yeah, Ho I always thought was really cool as well. Always kind of a bit underrated really compared to Lugia. I've got a Hops Dubwell. Interesting, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during the turn, you may switch in one of your opponent's bench Pokemon in active spot. So that's interesting, kind of snipe ability there. And behind that we've got, oh, what's this? Oh, nice. Nice Holo Eevee. It can evolve on its first turn as well with the ability. Maybe a bit interesting for kind of Eevee box decks and stuff like that. And finally behind that we have a nice stamped Holo Buddy Poffin. Buddy Poffin. It's a nice card. Again, sees plenty of use in the actual TCG for bringing out your basics and stuff like that. So that's really cool. So yeah, from the prize pack we got the Eevee and the Buddy Poffin. And the cool thing about the prize packs is they are stamped. You know, the only way you can get these cards is by actually playing the game at your kind of local league. So yeah, it's cool to have those. Put those to the side for now. Okay, doke. So let's check it out. What should we go with first? Lucario, Gardevoir. I'm going to go with Lucario first, I think. We'll save the Gardevoir for last pack magic. Don't know if it might just be me, but it feels a little bit heavier in my hand. I might just be making that up completely. Okay, doke. So let's get it cracked open. Mega Lucario one. See here as well the new code cards with a Pikachu on it. They're quite cool. Energy to the front. Okay, we've got kicking off with the fighting energy. Kind of new energy design as well. And then that's given us a Delibird. Got a Spoink. I like that advert. I like that artwork as well, to be honest. Kind of watercolory. Then we've got an Electrike. If I remember right, one of the Mega Pokemon is Manectric, so it's for the evolution chain. Might be useful. I've got the Sobble, which is the basic for the Inteleon that I was talking about earlier. Gumshoes, we've got the Donald Trump. It's interesting, the ability. Switch a card from your hand with the top card of your deck. It doesn't say to shuffle either, so I guess that means you know what you're going to draw next turn. Up with that, we've got Solrock, which we've already spoke about. Doesn't work if you don't have the Lunatone on your bench, but it's actually quite a useful card. See, for Dragapult as well, against Dragapult, can be useful for getting rid of those Dreepies. Just the 70 damage is perfect and only 1 energy cost. Next up, we've got a Crawdon. Followed up with another Rev Holo Meganium. Maybe I should build a grass deck here. Behind the Meganium, we have Reverse Holo Yungoos. Cool art, he looks mad. Illustrated by Mikayu. And finally, oh, what do we have here? Oh, nice, it's the Mega Manectric EX that I was talking about. Well, it works out that we got the Electric as well. It's interesting as well because it says a stage 1 Mega, rather than like say Venusaur or Gardevoir, which are stage 2. Flash Rays, strong. Again, you can do up to 330 damage. Can one shot itself effectively, so that's going to be strong against other Megas. Discard all energy and have the attack do 130 more damage. 330 is a lot. It's a really cool card as well. I really like the kind of purple, pinky purple sort of lightning bolts and stuff going across it. It's like they've kind of leveled up the EXs from the Scarlet and Violet here were really nice, and they've kind of leveled them up here with the Megas. It's really cool. That's really cool. Excellent. So, bit of luck there on the first pack. Let's have a look and see what we can get from the second one. And for a little bit of last pack magic here. Code card. Pop the energy on the front. I'll turn it around. We've got a excuse me, we've got a Darkness Energy. Into the Numel. Call for family on there. Searching your deck for 2 basic Pokemon, put them on your bench. That can be strong for getting set up, maybe in that kind of Mega Camera Up deck. In fact, well, you'll need it for that deck because that's what Mega Camera Up devolves from as well. And I've got Krogunk. Another Spoink. Then we've got the Snover. And another Spiritomb. Again, that artwork's really cool. By Mingo. We've got another Donald Trump. We've got a Surfing Beach. Allows you to switch out your active water Pokemon with your benched Pokemon, so it's just basically a free retreat for water Pokemon. On that, we've got the Reverse Holo Clauncher. Nice, I like the shade of blue. Almost looks like clouds there as well. Clauncher, we've got a Ninjask. So what's this ability? Cast off shell. Once during your turn, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may use the ability, search your deck for a Shedinja and put it onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. Alright, okay. So it's just basically getting your Pokemon out the deck. And then U-turn does a good chunk of damage, but also switches with the bench, so that's cool. And behind the Ninjask, we have a Holo Alakazam. I'll go with the one that I already had. Probably quite useful if I do make a Gardevoir deck at some point. Again, that Psychic Draw is really, really helpful. And then the Powerful Hand ability, yeah, it can be really weak, but it can also be really strong. So it's an interesting one, how you would set that up. So I'm just going to sleeve up the nice cards there. Especially that Mega Manectric, that was our best kind of hit there. And we've also got that Mega Camera Up from before, so that was kind of the 2 best hits, as well as the art rare Stuffle. It's just good to get a couple of the new Megas there, to maybe start building some decks around them and stuff like that. I wonder if the Mega Manectric might be useful in some sort of way with the Surgeon Sparks pre-release deck that I had. Maybe I can kind of combine that into there. Mega Camerupt, obviously, we've got the Numel there, we can start to maybe build something around that. And the Stuffle's just nice to look at as well with the art rare. Illustrated by Okachiki, not sure how to pronounce it, but yeah, it's really nice. And the Megas are really nice as well, so yeah, excellent. Really happy with my pull so far. I'm really excited about the new set coming out. In the UK it's the 10th of October is the actual release date. However, I think we're going to be able to get early access to it through our Play Store on the 6th of October, so that'll be good. I'll be looking to pick up as much as I can and rip a bunch of packs on the channel so you guys can see what the new packs are like and stuff like that. We can see what if we can get a decent few hits in there, maybe build some decks and start playing with the new Megas, because I think that's going to be key. Now that the Megas are out, the meta's really going to shift towards the Megas because they are so strong. Maybe interesting as well though to have a look at what new single prize decks and stuff like that might be useful. That might be a way to kind of fight against the Megas, because the Megas give you 3 prize cards if you beat them. You see from down here from the rule box, when your Mega Evolution Pokemon X is knocked out, your Pokemon takes 3 prize cards, so you only need to knock 2 out, and then you've won the match. So even just knocking 1 out is putting you at a really big advantage. If you're only playing single prize cards and they've got to knock out 6 of your Pokemon, you might need to only knock out 3 or 4 of their Pokemon to get the win. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works out. If maybe some single prize decks are going to do really well against those Megas, and if they can kind of counter them. But I have a funny feeling things like Mega Gardevoir, Gardevoir EX is already pretty strong, and Mega Gardevoir just seems like a kind of souped up version of that. So yeah, I think that's going to be one of the stronger decks. Mega Lucario, I've been hearing good things about as well. It seems like quite a fun deck to play, so I'm going to maybe try that out. I've been looking at TCG Live, so maybe if I can build some decks in there and play some matches there, I'll record that and I'll bring it to you guys for some new content as well, and hopefully maybe some Pokemon Pocket stuff as well, because it's got the new set coming out as well, which is kind of like a celebration set of all the previous ones. So it's existing cards but with new artwork, and there's new kind of secret rares and stuff available. So I've been saving up a lot of hourglasses to be able to open a bunch of packs when it comes out, so I'm trying to get that content out to you guys as well, because I think the new version of Pocket is really fun too, just as much as the TCG. So yeah, I want to include that content as well, just anything Pokemon related really. So yeah, thanks very much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that gave you a little bit of insight into the new set, and kind of what pre-release events are like as well, what you kind of get at pre-release events, because I think it was only £25, but effectively I've walked away with a 40 card deck. In the end I opened 6 packs plus a prize pack for 25 quid, which is a good deal, to be honest with you. Retail's going to be £5 a pack, so you'd be £30 at least, and then you wouldn't have your 40 card playable kind of deck there available. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good deal, and it's just nice to be able to get a wee head start on the new set as well, because it's going to be, these new cards, it's going to be that's the new base set, Mega Evolution. These cards are going to be used for the next 2.5 years to play with, effectively. So we'll see how that goes. And we've got rotations coming up in April as well, when certain cards won't be allowed anymore. So we need to see how that's going to work out. But yeah, I'm just going to keep making content for the channel and following along in that journey. If you guys want to follow along as well, that's great. Please just give the video a like, hit subscribe to the channel, and you'll be updated on all my latest videos as well. So yeah, thanks for tuning in and have a great day. See you later. Bye.